Everybody, welcome back to the Huddle Room. Today, we got something special for you guys, man. We're not going to hold back on this one. I'm going to tell you, this Kobe Bryant slander is going overboard. This thing is insane, you guys. I'm like so sick and tired of this where like I completely opened this YouTube channel just to freaking talk basketball because I'm just like, bro, why the kid disrespecting Kobe? This is the second greatest basketball player of all time, and the closest to MJ. Look at these highlights, bro. There's nobody right now in the NBA that can do this type of stuff right now. No LeBron James ever, no SGA, no Kevin Durant. Nobody can play like this, man. This is like the closest thing to Michael Jordan, and the disrespect is just getting out of hand. Where now we got Matt Barnes and we got Steven Jackson just being like, yo, this shit needs to stop, man. Right now, this Kobe Bryant slander needs to stop. Everybody disrespecting this dude now when he's not here. Y'all talking about, oh, if I was in his team, if I was playing with Shaq, I could have won this. So you got people like Tracy McGrady. You got people like Dwayne Wade now talking about, like, Paul Gasol should have won MVP on that game 7 that they played against Boston because Kobe didn't really had a good game, like one single game. Now we're gonna go ahead and break that down in a different video, but homeboy is going crazy, man, because that makes no freaking sense. But this is what Matt Barnes said right here. This Kobe slander and disrespect gotta stop. Y'all wasn't talking none of this weird shit when he was here. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Respectfully, none of these niggas right here was fucking with bro when he was here. Like, man, come on, bro. Like, this is Kobe being Bryant. We talking about MJ 2.0, and you know what? A lot of people actually think that Kobe is like better than MJ because he kind of enhanced. We talking about some of the skills, the footwork, the fadeaway, the pump fake, like a lot of stuff that Kobe actually did is a little bit better than MJ. Like, he kind of modern MJ a little bit. Now Kobe is the closest to MJ, and some of the people that talk about like 5 rings and this and that, like, bro, it wasn't just the rings that Kobe had. Like, people act like Kobe only had 5 championships and he doesn't have the resume. Now we're gonna go ahead and break down Kobe's resume in a different video because a lot of people, man, like on ESPN, the first take, we're talking about Nick Wright, we're talking about Shannon Sharp, like all these people always talking about field goal percentage, they're talking about 3-point percentage, they're talking about all these different numbers. Like, bro, Kobe actually had great numbers, bro. Like, a lot of people don't realize how great Kobe Bryant was. We talking about 5 championships. We get it. Championships do matter. But they make it seem like Kobe's resume is not as good as LeBron. Like, that right there doesn't make any freaking sense. So you got Gilbert Arena, for example, talking about, like, championship is an individual, championship is a team accomplishment and MVP is an individual accomplishment. Do you know what Gilbert Arena is trying to make that point? Is now for the every, like, overall players, to the entire NBA. That shit right there is completely related to Kobe because Kobe's got 1 MVP and LeBron has 4. So if you take away the championship, they're gonna be like, okay, LeBron got 4 MVP, so he's better than Kobe. Bro, Kobe even said before that he didn't even care about MVP. He only played for championship. If Kobe would have known that, yo, for me to be the greatest player of all time or for me to be great, I had to win MVPs, then he would have went for that. But nobody before was talking about how many MVPs you get. Everybody was talking about how many championships you get. So when you got players right now talking about resume is MVPs, field goal percentage, how many times you make it to the NBA Finals. So now going to the NBA Finals 10 times. So if you go to the NBA Finals 10 times and I go to the NBA Finals 7 times, which that's how many times Kobe went. Kobe is 5-2 on the NBA Finals. Check that percentage out. LeBron is 4-6. So when you're talking about field goal percentage, how about NBA Finals percentage? Ain't nobody bring that shit up, right? So now this is the thing that I don't understand, bro. Field goal percentage, man. We ain't even gonna talk about the percentage and all this shit. We're gonna leave that for a different, video because we can sit here and talk about all these different percentage and numbers and shit like that because that to me, it's like so underrated when we talk about Kobe Bryant, bro. No one understand that 44 field goal percentage, y'all make it seem like that shit is trash. And just because LeBron is shooting 50 and Kobe shooting 44, it doesn't make you better than me. Because you got 4 MVPs and I got 1, doesn't make you better than me, bro. How about we talk about the eye test? When you look at the eye test, bro, why is it that when Gilbert Arenas say, hey, When MJ had 3 championships, people during that time was saying that he was the greatest thing we ever seen. Bro, clarify that thing, bro. They say he was the greatest thing we ever seen. They were not talking about ranking. They were not talking about, yo, we got MJ ranked #1 right now. He's the greatest one. They were not talking about that. They were talking about the eye test. Yo, we had never seen somebody like this. He's the greatest thing we ever seen. Now, if you would ask the same people, okay, who do you rank all time right now? They would not have said MJ. They were just talking about the eye test, the skills, things like that. The same thing with Tracy McGrady and the Kobe Bryant comparison. Who is better right now? They were talking about the eye test. Who got more skills? They were not talking about who ranked higher. But you don't got Gilbert Arena talking about things like that. Then he make it seem like people were talking about ranking all time. They were not ranking Kobe and Tracy McGrady at all times like during that time. So what are we talking about? So, my Barnes, shout out to y'all, man, because y'all, defending homeboy. Like, this is just going crazy, man. I literally opened this YouTube channel exactly for this. But anyway, man, thank you guys for watching. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for the next episode, the next video, because we got a lot to say, man. We got more to say because this is just getting out of hand, y'all. Anyway, thank you all for watching, man. See y'all later.